I don't know if that's something they've been practicing all week where he just throws it on the ground and runs, but it seems to be a pretty good thing for him.
Well, you know, they can't tackle him. He's that slippery. Maybe that's why he keeps dropping the ball. He's so slippery, even the ball doesn't want to stick to him.
He still makes a play out of it. You know, that's one thing. You're obviously seeing the athleticism in him, and he can, anytime it looks like he's down, he seems to get 4 or 5 more yards out of it.
You know, it's Ballum that finally hauls him down. Ballum hauled plenty of people down in his career here at Logan High, the senior. 3 seconds left on the third quarter clock. Hall's going to keep it. Go around the right end. Hall picks up about 3. That's the end of the third period. We're all tied up at 10 here in Logan.
Salt Lake Express and the airport shuttle have merged and become one.
So we still have doorstep service, and it's about the same price as it was before. Our focus now is to try to provide as many opportunities for people who need to have the ability to get to and from Salt Lake when they want. They don't want to wait at the airport for 2 hours. They also don't want to be driving around the valley when they get here.
And you bring us to a location that leaves on time.
We'll have another vehicle take you here to save time comfortably, and that main vehicle goes 12 times a day on schedule, both leaving the valley and coming back.
2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard gain by Hall to end the third period. Eric Olson along with Coach Logan Brown. Hope you've enjoyed this one. We're tied at 10. Logan 10-0 lead at the half. Mountain Crest 10 unanswered in the third, and they have the ball again. They have made a change. Eddie Hall's the quarterback. Hall, nobody to throw to. Gets rid of this one just before taking the sack. Great coverage downfield by Logan. They cannot find an open receiver, the Mustangs, tonight.
Dallin Dahl just makes a great play right here. He's one of my hoopers, and just, I mean, he's as good of a kid as he is a player. And he just makes a great play right here on Putu Tau, doesn't let him get any separation. As you can see on this play action pass right here, Eddie Hall's trying to get to the outside. Bracken Williams does a great job putting pressure on him, and you know, and as long as Casey Coe gets that hit and Dallin Dahl makes the play, it's pretty tough for them to get the ball to Putu Tau.
Mountain Crest 2 of 11 on third downs. It's 3rd and 7. Hall again trying to get the edge. He does for a moment, but not for long. He only picks up 2.
About the 31-yard line. That will bring up 4th down.
159 yards for Hall on 28 carries.
What did he have at halftime?
At the half, he had 41 yards. So he's had 100-plus yards here in just over a quarter.
Well, it's been pretty obvious he's been the game breaker this second half for Mountain Crest.
4th and 4. Hall kicks it away. Brady calls for a fair catch at his own 29-yard line, and it's Logan's turn.
First and 10 Grizzlies.
Be really good for the Grizzlies to be able to find Jesse Brady, who's one of their, you know, obviously set the record last week. What a special week for him he had last week against Skyview. Sets the all-time receiving record here at Logan High, which is a pretty big honor, knowing all the receivers that have gone through this program.
Oh, definitely.
And the style of game that Coach Favero plays. It'd be good to see them get the ball in his hands a little bit, because when he gets it, it seems like he can do a lot with it.
3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side, and Falk has enjoyed a second half in which he has not been intimately acquainted with the turf many times. They leave Hagan Anderson in the block. They're going down the sideline to Artist, and Artist makes the grab. No, they say he's out of bounds.
Ruled out of bounds.
lot of hand fighting going on between Artist and Zach Kimball.
It looked like Niederhauser was there on that play again. And really, if you look at Mountain Crest's coverage in their secondary, Niederhauser seems to play a little bit tighter than the rest of the secondary. He's playing a little bit more of a press coverage compared to some of their other defensive backs, and that's pretty tough to get away from, as strong and as athletic as he is. And as good as Bo Artist is, that's pretty tough to go against.
They've run with those Logan receivers. Not many players, or not many teams have done that. There's a flag before the play. That one too tall for Compton. Let's see what the flag is. Did Logan have too many guys on the field? Trying to figure out what the call is. The official put his hand up kind of behind his head.
Basketball, yeah, but I don't necessarily know what that is in football.
No, you got an iPhone. Look it up.
It'll be second down 15.
I did that a couple of weeks ago. You look up official, football officials.
Well, I thought he had a charge call, and I was thinking, I'm not sure he knows it isn't basketball season yet.
Well, a quick survey around the booth. Nobody knows what the call was. They just know it was against Logan. That clock's down to 0.
Flag on the play.
That play clock's down to 0. Mountain Crest says that's a penalty. Logan says you didn't reset the clock. And the official said, yeah, that clock's down to 0. That's a penalty. So now all of a sudden Logan with their 5th penalty.
I didn't see him reset the clock, and that seems to be the question that Coach Rivero is asking the official right now. I'm not sure he's quite getting the answer that he's looking for, but I didn't necessarily see the ref start the clock.
Falk across the middle. Nice grab. Tackled immediately, but the penalty yardage plus a yard regained for the Grizzlies. Was that Compton? Whoever it was is slow getting up. It is Compton.
Well, Taylor definitely reaches out here, makes a heck of a grab. Looked like he kind of came down hard on his shoulder. Could be a stinger, could be a little loss of wind, but because he definitely did take a little bit of a hit as he reached up there and grabbed that. I'll tell you one thing about Taylor Compton, though. He is one tough kid.
Yeah.
You know, we got him in hoops. He's one of our point guards. He's that kid. He's a hard worker. Doesn't miss workouts. He's a high-intensity type kid. I think it'll be, unless he's really, really hurt, he's going to be back in that game.
Now they wind that clock. Falk on 3rd and 8. Looking deep for Anderson. Anderson's there. He got a step past Niederhauser, and that's the best throw of the night by Falk.
You can see Luke makes a great read right here. Finds Hagan, who beat his guy. Who also, Niederhauser is probably one of their best defensive backs. Makes a great throw. Hagan goes up there, makes a great grab. Especially with the pressure coming from the outside. Luke faced a little bit of pressure on the right side. They lined up looking like they're going to run press coverage and brought one of their corners on the corner blitz and just ran a great play right there, and Hagan made a play.
42 yards and a big first down. Logan in business with 10:30 to play in the ball game at the Mountain Crest 26-yard line. Falk 216 yards, another penalty.
Pass intended for Anderson, incomplete, flag on the play.
Let's see what it is as we get another look at the catch here. This was a perfect throw. It's the
equipment violation.
When they've gone downfield, you know, Luke's definitely thrown that ball downfield a little bit. I mean, what a grab by Anderson to go up there and make that. I'm not sure Falk could have put that in any other spot than where he did.
That was perfect.
But at the same time, you know, to give the linemen a little bit of props, right side of our line did a great job protecting our quarterback right there to give Luke just a little more time to throw that ball, especially with that corner blitz coming off the right side.
Not sure. We're still trying to figure out what that signal was. If it's that official putting his hand to his head. I'm looking through that rule book. It's a charge. Okay. I'm looking through the rule book trying to find it. Don't have much time. Going up top again. This time for Artist. Artist was just tackled while the ball was in the air. And no call.
Kind of looked like Mountain Crest got away with one right there. Ball was in the air, and I know Artist got turned around just a little bit when the ball was in the air, but it got a little physical right there as the ball came right to Bo.
So it'll be 2nd down and 15. Now they blow this one dead, and offsides on Logan.
Offsides against the Mustangs. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down and 10.
Like Logan's brought in Tanner McIntyre in there to give Falk just a little more protection as they've gone to a little bit different lineup than they showed the last 2 plays.
Up top they go again, and this one should have been picked off by Kimball's right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Complete, 3rd down and 15.
So 3rd down and 10 now.
Yeah, that one looked like Bo Artist just kind of lost his feet, whether it got tangled up right there or not, but yeah, the Grizzlies kind of got out of the way, or at least getting out of the way of an interception right there as he dropped that one.
Two of 9 on 3rd down for Logan. Falk over the middle. Actually was going to the edge. He looked like he was heading for the middle, then he goes to the edge to Artist, and he goes outside too far.
Looked like they had pretty good coverage on Hagen Anderson that was going right to the middle. Looked like Artist there on the outside. Whenever he made the cut on his route, just kind of missed the route, missed the throw, but they'll get one more shot here with the 4th down.
That was pass attempt number 50. For Falk, here comes 51. He's averaging 53 a game.
I think they're going to throw it.
Bet you're right. See how many Mountain Crest brings. They got 4 standing up there now, and they took too much time. See if they could pick up 5 cheap yards. 6 penalty. They've all been 5-yard penalties on Logan.
It looked like the Grizzlies got a timeout right before that penalty. I'm not sure if they did or didn't, but at least got that timeout, and I'm not sure whether the penalty came in before or after. Before the play, it looked like Mountain Crest was lined up a little bit softer in coverage than they've been showing the last 3 plays, especially on the right-hand side. We'll see if they make that same adjustment this next play, because this could be a big momentum shift right here. As much time as they've taken on the clock when Mountain Crest has it, this could be one of Logan's big opportunities right here.
Well, we finally found that call. It looks like that signal they were giving. They were putting their hand to the side of their head. Failure to wear proper equipment. So somebody, for Logan, is failing to wear proper equipment.
4th and 10, Grizzlies.
I don't know if it was mouthpiece or what. They will call it for that if you don't have your mouthpiece in. 4th and 10. Falk unloads. Nobody home. He threw it out. The receiver broke in. Mountain Crest takes over with 9:58 to play on their own 26-yard line. My goodness, how this game has progressed. Both defenses making it extremely difficult on these offenses. The Logan offense, you're not used to looking up in the fourth quarter at the scoreboard and seeing Logan with 10 points. In fact, I think their lowest total of the year, if I remember correctly, is 27 against Northridge in a loss.
Yeah, I think you got to give Mountain Crest a little bit of credit there on the way they've made some adjustments against Logan, because you know, obviously Falk, he can once he gets going, he's pretty tough to stop.
Eddie Hall keeps the ball.
Hall with 4 yards. As he keeps marching toward a 200-yard night. If he gets to that threshold tonight, that would put him over 1,000 rushing for the season. He's got 801 coming in tonight. So he's now sitting at 964. Hall's going to throw this time. Gets to the edge, tiptoes out of bounds.
Hall run out of bounds.
Let's see where they said he stepped out of bounds.
Got up to about the 32-yard line, it looks like. 3rd down and 5.
They're going to spot him right where it was. It looked like he got upfield a little further than that, but they're saying, hey, he stepped out of bounds right at the marker, so no gain for Hall.
Casey Coe for the Grizzlies did a much better job right there of just maintaining containment and not letting Eddie Hall get to the outside and get up the sideline. At least gets him out of bounds.
Compton kind of hobbling out there, playing corner to the near side of the bottom of your screen. They're just leaving. They're just leaving the hook and everything like that open. But now they're looking at the screen. Hall downfield, nobody home. He got outside the box. Now they're going to throw a flag.
It looks like intentional grounding. I didn't see a receiver out there.
Because the white hat, he was talked into it by the sideline official. The white hat didn't throw it. Let's see where he was. It is calling intentional grounding. Because if you get wide enough outside, and the ball's got to get past the line of scrimmage too. That's something to look at here. You know, was he outside the tackle box? It definitely got past the line of scrimmage.
Sam Benyon put the pressure on right there. You know, and Sam's a big guy that can move his feet really well and ends up, you know, containing Eddie Hall, where a situation earlier he's been able to get out of those.
9 penalties on Mountain Crest. So that possession was ugly for the Mustangs. Pututau kicks this one away.
Ball goes out of bounds.
And not a great kick. In fact, it's at the Mountain Crest 38-yard line. So it's only a 25-yard kick.
Well, Logan definitely brought pressure right there. It looked like they were in pump block formation, trying to make a play right there, especially when they got Mountain Crest backed up to their own end zone.
Well, and Mountain Crest hasn't really been very interested in kicking to any of these kick returns for Logan either. They don't want to give up a big play there. I think they'd rather go out of bounds and not give up a big return.
Well, you kick it to, you know, they usually have Compton and Jesse Brady back there. That's 2 pretty big playmakers for the Grizzlies.
Mountain Crest 2 of 9 throwing the ball tonight for 16 yards. There's absolutely no passing game for the Mustangs, just like there's no running game for the Grizzlies. Falks had better time in this half. He gets hit in the head, so here comes the flag. One of the Mustangs, as they went by, Falk stuck his hand out, and it might have been Ferguson, and hit Falk in the face. Face mask.
Logan?
Now they call it on Logan, but I think they should be calling it on Mountain Crest. I think he pointed the wrong way. But somebody definitely got a hold of his face mask on Mountain Crest.
Yeah, it looked like he got a hold of Luke's face mask right as he was throwing that ball. Definitely took a shot right in the face as that ball went in the air.
10th penalty on Mountain Crest.
And again, it moves Logan in position to get at least a better opportunity to get a score. They're getting pretty close to field goal range for Angel Reyes as well.
Only a 5-yard penalty. Logan's been taking deep shots. Now Falk's going to run. It's taken down by
no gain on the play.
Let's see who it was. No gain, whoever it was.
Looked like Alex Herta got him right there as he was sneaking up the A-gap, but made a play on it for sure, and I thought Luke there for a second was going to get a little bit of running room.
It was Huerta. 2 of 10 on third downs for Logan. This one only a second down, 2nd and 5. Falk to the middle. Niederhauser's there, but Anderson makes the grab. It's going to be 3rd and a yard.
One thing we haven't seen the Grizzlies do is put Jesse Brady behind center. In any of these short yardage situations, he's another one of those weapons that can do some things with the ball in his hands. Mountain Crest has definitely made the adjustment to take him, make his role a little bit less than what it used to be.
They've run Falk on this play when they've had short. Now Brady's up under center. Brady's going to keep it. Brady is pulled backwards, and let's see where they say the ball came out, but they said it's dead. Let's see where they place it.
Looked like he was down with forward progress there before. Looks like he's got the first down if they end up marking it that way.
Yeah, it looks like he's got it. They're going to measure it again, but again, it looks like he's got it by the nose of the ball. This was very similar to the one earlier.
This would be another one of those big plays, because if they don't get this, they're going into a 4th down situation where inches matter, and these two teams have been battling back and forth all night long, and inches are going to be tough to come by.
Well, we have to start thinking about a player of the game. They get a gift certificate from Angie's, and it's, as they measure this one, you can't see, but it looks like he's got a first down, and he does. For Mountain Crest, I would think your candidate's going to be Eddie Hall. For Logan, I think that's still to unfold. Compton's had a big game, 13 catches and 60 yards.
Anderson's made some great plays.
Anderson's been nails. He's 7 catches, 122 yards, and a touchdown.
And Luke's also hung in there in some plays where he's taken some shots and still been able to get the ball down the field.
24 of 51, 220 yards, and a touchdown for Falk and an interception. So it's a first down. And 3 of 11 now on third down for the Grizzlies. The drive stays alive. Falk now pressured, in trouble. Down he goes. So a sack for the Mustangs. That's the first time in a while, though, they've been able to put a lick on him.
I think Logan's done a much better job this second half of taking care of their quarterback, giving him a little bit extra time. It seems like he's got a little more space between the center and where he's actually catching the ball. But he's also stepped up in the pocket a little bit and made some throws. But his line is doing a much better job adjusting.
Here comes Ferguson. He hits Falk as he throws it, and Falk couldn't step into it. He got around Falk's waist and started spinning him around. Falk couldn't step into it, so it came short.
Wow, and they got away with one right there because they had Taylor Compton to the outside who looked like he had beat his guy. And Luke just got hit right as he throws that. I think he doesn't get hit as he throws that thing. They might be having a 6 right there.
3rd and 12. At the Mountain Crest 30-yard line. We're tied at 10 with 6:37 to play in this ball game. Ferguson's going to come again on a blitz. Here he comes. Looking for Compton. Compton broke the pattern off. And Falk threw it deep. So it's 4th and 12. As much as anything, Coach, that I've seen here, especially in the second half, it doesn't always seem like the quarterback and the receivers are on the same page tonight. We've seen a lot where Falk's thrown out and a guy's turned in, or Falk's thrown deep and a guy's cut his route off.
I think
you're not used to seeing that.
More than we're used to seeing. And one thing I'll tell you about Coach Favero's teams, they're extremely organized. They're extremely disciplined. They know what they're supposed to be doing. And you kind of wonder at the physicality that Mountain Crest is playing with them on the outside. It's getting to them there, but organizational-wise, I'll almost guarantee you Coach Favero's got them prepared and at least running the right stuff.
Falk fires over the middle. No flag, no first down. There is a flag on the far sideline. And let's see what this is on 4th and 12. We'll take a look at the replay, and there's an ineligible man downfield for Logan. Well, pretty good defense there. Compton wanted a pass interference, but they've let them play physical tonight.
Yeah, it's been physical. It's been consistent that way. Those last 3 or 4 throws right there, Logan's had to definitely fight through some guys bumping their receivers as they're going through their routes, and I think it's thrown off their timing a little bit, and maybe that's what you're seeing in some of those routes, that they're not quite used to that.
They've called it pretty, like you said, pretty consistently the same way all night. So Mountain Crest in a tie ball game with 6:26 to play gets the ball back at their own 30-yard line. Hall looking to throw. Got Ferguson. Ferguson turns it upfield. Stepped out of bounds after gaining 11. Hall's first completion.
41-yard line. Mustang, first down.
Well, they make a great little rollout play right here. Yeah, they buy Hall a little bit more time with protection on that rollout. Ferguson makes a nice route, and they get the catch for a first down.
The change at the half. Hall's the quarterback. They put Webb on the bench. Hall looks one way, tucks it in, goes back the other. There's nothing much downfield. And I don't know if that was supposed to go back the other way, if that was designed that way. And see, Webb was in as a receiver on that play.
Yeah, it looks like, when Eddie Hall drops back, it looks like, I'm not sure his eyes are looking downfield till he gets to the outside when he starts rolling, because he's so crafty inside there. When guys are flying around him, he seems to at least elude a few of them. But the Grizzlies did a much better job. Sam Benny did a great job of containing the football right there, and they at least corralled him on that one.
It almost looks like he's got one read, and if it's not there, take off, son. Now he throws back the other way to Ferguson. Ferguson got Connor out there. Can't shake him, but he does end up picking up good yardage.
They ran a few rollout plays in a row right there, and then they throw that little counter right there at the Grizzlies. We saw that a little bit earlier when Jacoby Wildman picked it up in the first half. Unable to pick it up this time, kind of cost the Grizzlies a little bit, but Mountain Crest did a pretty good job of at least setting that play up with a few rollout plays in a row.
If Hall throws that where he doesn't have to go down to his shoelaces to catch it, that probably picks up bigger yardage. Ferguson has good speed. Here comes everybody for the Grizzlies. Hall into the secondary. There's a holding flag. It's going to come back, but Hall's inside the 5. And that's why the hole was so big. We'll see if we can see it. Holding on Mountain Crest. And the Mountain Crest sidelines livid about it. They're livid about the call. See if we can see it. Now, definitely one of the Logan defenders went down like he was tackled.
Well, it seems like it's really hurt Mountain Crest tonight with their penalties. It's definitely just got to them a little bit. I couldn't quite see the hold, but officials obviously have a better angle than we do, but that's one of those that just cost them. And they've had a few of those in the first half that set them up in bad field position. This one sets up a huge play. Eddie Hall has to come back, and now they're looking at 1st and 20.
You see one of the D linemen coming upfield, and he fell down like he'd been tackled from behind, and there was somebody behind him, but you don't know if he tripped or if he actually got grabbed. And the official said he got grabbed.
Well, and the Grizzlies brought a lot of guys right there, and sometimes when that happens, you get O-linemen just trying to make something happen.
Hall steps up, gets to the edge, steps out of bounds, picks up a good chunk of that penalty yardage back.
Knocked out over there by Jaden Connor.
He's really been the big difference in this second half for Mountain Crest as far as when he drops back. He's very hard to contain. In the first half, it seemed like he actually didn't get the ball too much. They've put it in his hands this entire second half, and it's been pretty hard to contain him.
2nd and about 13, 14. 4.5 to play in the ball game. Mountain Crest on the Logan 45. A big run by Eddie Hall that took it down inside the 5. Called back on a holding penalty just a moment ago. That would have put Hall right at the 200-yard mark for the night, too. Hall keeps this one, cuts it back inside. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Hunter Ballum makes a great play right there by filling the gap. Comes in there from his safety position, comes in and at least makes the play on Eddie Hall as he cuts right through that gap. And Hunter Ballum's one of those really knowledgeable kids. Great defender for Coach Favero. Great kid. He's one of our student body officers. ends up coming in and making a pretty big play.
3rd and 11. Mountain Crest is 2 of 13 on 3rd downs. They have not been able to pass the ball with much success tonight. Logan bringing 3, dropping everybody else. Pututau with the grab on cue.
Pass complete.
14 yards on 3rd and 11.
Mustang.
Pututau, 2 catches, 33 yards, and that was the biggest one of the night. He has not been involved since early in this one.
That's a big play for them right there. You know, to get him out there. You know, again, he's 6'5", athletic. It's a tough matchup really for anybody to have to guard, and they got him, you know, fairly open right there. Brought him in motion and ended up, you know, making a play out of it. This is definitely going to come down to either a defensive stop or an offensive play with 3:30 to go.
That's the other thing to look at, the clock. How much time? If Mountain Crest scores, will they leave Logan any time? Logan's coming with the blitz. Hall gets away from one tackler, can't get away from the next 2.
It's Hunter Ballum again making that play. Jaden Connors just barely missed him as he shot that A-gap going through on Mountain Crest's D-line or O lineman right there, and Hunter Ballum again makes the play as Eddie Hall starts to cut upfield.
They ran that to the far sideline, and the whole team went over there to huddle up, and Coach Wooten ran out to call the play. 3 yards on that run by Hall. 2nd and 7. 2:40 to play in the ballgame. Pututau was upfield early. Pututau turned upfield early. That's 12 penalties.
Illegal procedure against the
12 penalties.
Seems like in these games right here, you end up getting, you know, when you look at it in the end, you know, you wonder who wins the turnover battle. Then you also look at penalties. You know, is that going to hurt them in the end? Turnovers, I think the Grizzlies have had 1. I'm not sure if Mountain Crest has had 1 yet. Yeah, when you equal that out, when Mountain Crest has all these penalties, it's interesting to see what this thing's going to come down to.
Well, you look at all the penalty yardage. I'd have to add that up, but they're getting close to 100 yards worth of penalties. They're on the Logan 31. Hall, the quarterback draw.
Eddie Hall keeps the ball up the middle.
It's going to be 3rd down.
Jackson Berkey.
About 9 after a pickup of 3. 180 yards rushing for Hall.
Looked like a called draw right there for Eddie Hall. Bracken Williams for Logan comes in, makes a great play on that. Very heady kid, you know, he's a smart kid. He's only a sophomore out there playing varsity football. Big moment for him right here as well.
100 yards worth of penalties for Mountain Crest. 12 penalties for Mountain Crest, 6 for Logan. 1:40 to play in the ball game. Is it 2-down territory for Mountain Crest? Hall has time, looks for Pututau. He's got him. He's got him at the 16. 12 yards and a 1st down.
6. Pututau. 1st down Mustangs. At the Grizzly 13-yard line.
3 catches, 45 yards for Pututau. And a little bit of spring in the step of the Mountain Crest offense now. This Logan defense back on their heels, 1:10 to play. Mountain Crest at the Logan 13. We're tied at 10. Hall's got an opening. It closes quick. He's down to the 10-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
10-yard line. 2nd down and 7.
Even though you know, Mountain Crest got a little momentum right here, the one thing that you know, the Grizzlies have shown in the past is that they end up making plays when plays matter. A few weeks ago, they're here with Roy. Their backs are against the wall. It's not looking good for them. You get Taylor Compton in there with a block punt. runs it back, and I think they have a tendency to be coached that way. And I bet both these programs are in the same situation. You know, the neat thing about both these programs is both expect to win, and that's always fun when you have that.
Logan.
That's a Logan timeout.
Logan called timeout. Mountain Crest, remember, only has that one timeout left. There's 1 minute left on the clock. 1 minute left in regulation. We're tied at 10. Mountain Crest is at the Logan 10. It's 2nd down and 7. Mountain Crest has made a 38-yard field goal so far this evening. Logan's made a 38-yard field goal. Touchdown, big touchdown run by Hall, and a touchdown pass from Falk to Anderson, and that's your scoring. Mountain Crest looking to go up 7 and not leave much time for the Grizzly offense. Hall keeps. Hall gets to the edge. Hall stumbles, and he's down near the 1st down marker, about the 5-yard line. It looks like it's going to be 3rd and 2. But the clock stops with 52 seconds to play.
And they got him out of bounds. This is another one of those big plays. It's going to be 3rd down and short. Expect Hall to take it again, whether he goes inside or out. You would definitely anticipate him with the ball in his hands.
Well, you know, now might be time for a little bit of, you know, trickeration. Catch the Grizzlies off guard, selling out on that run and throwing something. But let's see. 3rd and 2 from the 5. Straight up run for Hall. Whoa, look at that! Touchdown, Mountain Crest!
Touchdown!
They had him! They had him dead to rights in the backfield, and somehow he got out of it. 48 seconds left on the clock. And look at the Mustang faithful celebrating on the far side.
Well, and that's been their play. This whole second half is him getting to the outside, getting in space. You know, it looked like Bracken Williams almost had him right there at the end, or at the beginning of that play, and Eddie Hall sneaks out to the outside, gets a score.
PAT. It's good. 17 to 10. Mountain Crest takes the lead for the first time. 48 seconds left in the ballgame.
Fans, we remind you that after the game.
What a ball game we have here in Logan, 17-10. Mountain Crest trailed at the half, 10-0. They've scored 17 unanswered here. They've left 48 seconds on the clock. That's a lot of time for this Logan offense.
Well, especially Luke Falk. You know, I'll tell you from coaching him in hoops, this kid lives for these moments. You know, he's the kid that wants the ball in his hands when the game's on the line. That's just who he is. That's how he's built. So I guarantee you mentally, you know, he's the type of kid you want back there in this situation. It'll be interesting to see what they do right here, but, you know, 48 seconds for Luke Falk with the ball in his hands at a lot of time.
Hall, 38 carries, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Logan will have to go, 83 yards to tie this one up. They have 44 seconds to do it. They used at least one timeout.
Well, one thing Logan's got right here is they've got some great receivers, and they got a quarterback that can find them. So 44 seconds isn't much time, but we'll see what they can do right here and what Mountain Crest's going to do defensively.
They've been stymied offensively in this second half. Zach Rich makes his first catch of the game from 12 yards.
And the clock's running.
For Logan, first down at the 31-yard line. Zach Rich on that catch.
They stop it to set the chains on the first down, and now it starts again. 30 seconds left. Falk steps up. Rich again. This one's incomplete. So the clock stops. That was attempt number 55 for Falk. But the Mountain Crest defense has pitched a shutout in the second half. Logan's used at least one timeout this half.
Well, they used one on defense right there on Mountain Crest's last possession. They need a big play right here out of one of their playmakers, and they definitely need to probably get out of bounds, save some clock.
I think they only have one left. Falk against a three-man rush. Steps up, he's going to run. Heads for the sideline. Leaps out of bounds after a gain of 21 seconds to play, and it's third down.
Third down and about 3 for the Grizzlies.
Falk's rushing statistics on the season: 44 rushes, 0 yards. That's because in high school statistics, sacks count as rushing yardage. And tonight he's rushed for 2 yards. 5 carries for 2 yards. He's been sacked a couple of times. That's the last thing he cares about right now. Falk looks one way, tries to go back the other. He's hit as he throws. They're going to call it incomplete. It's fourth down.
It looked like Herta got in there and got in on the play again, took a shot at Falk, and it's probably definitely a good thing for the Grizzlies that he was able to get rid of that ball. If not, you're looking at 16 seconds and the clock's a-ticking.
He took a wallop, big Falk. He's moving gingerly back there in the pocket. Will Mountain Crest send more than 3? They're going to sell out. They're sending 3. Falk over the middle, first down. Compton can't get out of bounds.
Pass complete. First down.
8 yards. And they stopped the clock to move the chains.
Well, they got their first down. That's what they needed first. They got 9 seconds. Clock's running.
5 seconds left in the ball game. Falk, this is going to be the last play. Incomplete. That's your ball game. Mountain Crest pulls the shocker. They come into Crimson Field and beat the Grizzlies 17-10. Behind 193 rushing yards for Eddie Hall. Back to wrap things up after this.
Hi, I'm Randy Anderson, owner of Master Mechanic in Providence. Every repair we do at Master Mechanic comes with our peace of mind guarantee, meaning all repairs are guaranteed for 3 years or 36,000 miles. That's triple the industry standard. Summer travel time is here. Before you hit the road, stop by and have our ASE certified technicians inspect your vehicle. Prevent vacation breakdowns with our pre-trip inspection. Master Mechanic in Providence, taking the worry out of summer travel. I guarantee it.
Now with print, online, and mobile offerings, the Herald Journal gives you easy access to the news that matters to you.
The paper's here!
We're delivering quality local news to more readers than ever, in more ways than ever. Subscribe today. The Herald Journal, empowering the community.
251 yards for Logan on the night. 268 for Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest had 206 yards after the half, Coach.
Well, it was a defensive battle. Yeah, you got to give that to both teams. That their defenses were pretty resilient. When you hold two teams that are really good offensively, Logan obviously what they've got with their threats offensively. For Mountain Crest to hold them to what they did is pretty impressive. But then on the flip side of that, Mountain Crest has some pretty amazing athletes out there, especially in open space. But, Mountain Crest came in here, made the upset, made some great adjustments, and you got to give them credit on that.
Well, our player of the game, is Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall with 38 carries, 193 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The touchdown to open the second half, and then the touchdown to close out this ball game. And Eddie Hall, our player of the game, and really quite a performance by him. Luke Falk on the evening, He ended up unofficially 26 of 58, 240 yards and a touchdown. One interception for Falk. And then Hall, as a quarterback, was 4 of 7 for 55 yards. No touchdowns passing for Mountain Crest, but that was the adjustment. We talked about what would the adjustments be at halftime. That was the adjustment Mountain Crest made. They put Hall under center.
Yeah, and that's a big adjustment that they definitely went with. Hall back there making plays. Logan also made some great adjustments, giving Luke Falk a little bit more time to throw the football. I'll give him that, 'cause in the first half it seemed like he was just getting hit left and right, and so they made some adjustments there. And in these rival games, it's always good when they come down to the wire, and I think you saw two very competitive teams going at each other. Eddie Hall, just having him in basketball, he's a competitor more than anything. Anytime we faced Eddie, he started as a sophomore in basketball, and he's that kid that just that definitely finds a way to make some plays and does some really good things. And these are two good teams I think can make a definite run in the playoffs.
Well, Mountain Crest will have a chance to win the region title outright next week against Roy, and we'll have that game for you on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. As always, the Game of the Week is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness. Never give up. Lewiston State Bank, your hometown bank, with a new branch at 3rd South and Main in Logan. Wendy's of Cache Valley. Quality is our recipe. Cache Valley Hospital, your first choice for health care. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Salt Lake Express, offering door-to-door service in Cache Valley. S.E. Needham Jewelers, where Utah gets engaged. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station. For Logan Brown and the guys in the truck doing the hard work, I'm Eric Olson saying we'll see you next time on the Valley Channel.